Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Yes, yes. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You know the vibes you're rocking over. Yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. This is a special sauce tonight. I know I am known for the legendary. Yes, you heard what I said. Legendary boxing content. But tonight we're gonna switch it up a little bit. A topic that is near and dear to my heart is somewhat trending. And as a content creator, because that's what I do when I'm on this YouTube, I feel the need to speak on certain stuff that trends on the internet. And like I said, this one really hits near and dear to the heart because it's about a particular legendary rap group that is basically from my era. I grew up on these sounds and still vibe to them to this day. And interview two interviews was done. One with the with SP, who was Styles P of the Locks, and another with a former D Block member in J Hood. Now this interview has brought up a 20-year riff. I'm going to be playing a lot of audio tonight. Um, I'm gonna get a lot of audio up in there. Shout out to the shop. Math Hoffa does phenomenal interviews, but Math Hoffa's um interview, man, it sparked up a lot. I'll play a lot of audio today. I seen SP went live. He got some stuff off his chest. I'll get to that in a second. I'll play a little experts or what hopefully I fumbling with the words right now, but I'll play a little pieces from the interview that sparked up all this controversy. You know, alleged J Hood claimed to be owed over 60,000. But I'm gonna get to the SP to SP's audio a little bit for y'all, man. Bear with me. And if y'all hear noise in the background, that's my kids. And those are my babies. They're on deck. You know, like I said, normally I would give you some boxing content, but like my boxing content speaks for itself. Media marketing agent. Um, and let me see how my audio is sounding first. I want to make sure y'all hear me clear. The audio. Let's make sure y'all hearing it. This is the best time of the year to play World of Tanks. My dog out there barking. Let me make sure. Time of the year to play World of Tanks. Okay, the audio sounds is shit. Okay, the audio sound. All right. So let me get to, like I was saying, some of the somebody's probably walking past the yard. Somebody's definitely walking past the yard. All right, now this is Styles P, right? Um, like I said, Styles P, who was you know, LOX, for those of y'all that's unfamiliar, that's the Lock, Styles P, Jadakiss, Chic Luch, you know, Pioneers. Their resume of music speaks for itself. So, like I said, recently, both of these guys, J Hood was on the shop. Shout out to Matt Harper and his team. They do phenomenal work. Um, they conducted two separate interviews, right? Two separate interviews, and the interviews kind of, you know, stirred up some stuff because, like I said, J Hood. I'm gonna play parts of his, you know, piece as well. But J Hood claimed to be a founding member, a D Block. That is the picture that you see I have up. That's the shop and the math. But let's get to SP's reaction. I want y'all to soak this. As a matter of fact, hold on. Before I get to SP's, I'm gonna play a little bit of J Hood's piece. You know, it was a long interview, but I'll just give you a couple, not too much, just a couple, man. Cause I got a little bit of time tonight. You know, play around a little bit. I know, like I said, I know y'all normally know me for the legendary boxing content. Like I said, the media marketing agent does boxing. So sometimes when you're doing the YouTube and what's going on with the YouTube boxing is very messy. So I said, let me just branch off and vibe out a little differently tonight. But yes, the whole interview, if y'all want to check it out for yourself, you can type in Math Hoffa. It'll definitely come up. You know, the J Hood D Block interview. Right now, Math is on deck. I'll probably play his what's the name? Yes, this right here is when J Hood, you know, J Hood
recording on Zoom. Who still does that?
Was saying,
Riverside.
I'll let you hear it for yourself. I'll let you hear the audio.
It's just gonna replay in my head.
All right, let's bring it right here. This is the shot, man. Good interview too. Good interview.
That's when you can see the generosity in me. Like I'm like, and that could be a fault of mine also, but I say and really champion that and preach that. I still love them though. They're good dudes, but sometimes good dudes.
He's speaking on
not so good shit.
This is for educational purposes.
Lyrically, doesn't make you nice.
He's speaking on,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. The lot.
That's not a crime. It's just like reality. You know what I'm saying?
It takes time to learn also, man.
Right, and unfortunately, I was the person that they had to learn on. And after me, nobody was ever put out from that imprint.
Morals in business and morals.
Now that's it. He's speaking on.
Two separate sets of morals, right? Which is super.
We're about to head into 2023. He's speaking on business from 2000.
Constantly, but that's when the message.
2000.
That's when it starts getting.
Talking about almost 22 years ago, 20 years ago. 2002.
As your boy, you expect me to do X, Y, and Z.
But
that's why I titled my title 20 years.
You know? If you want me to do A, B, and C, yo, you're gonna bankrupt me, bro, and you don't even see. And I have no guarantee that X, Y, and Z is gonna pay off, except for family. That's the only ROI I got is that you my man, and this is something that you think I should do. And
you're rocking out with yours truly Showtime Sizzle. This is the Source Experience. Just giving y'all a quick reaction video to the whole J Hood Locks riff 20 years later.
During the early 2000s, it was like 3 to 4 major crews that were like, I'm not going to say like.
Feel free to like, share, subscribe. This is the Zaga Yaga God.
State Problem. You feel me? Niggas killing the mixtape. Yeah. Everyone from each of those.
He's not lying about that, right? That statement that he just made. In the early 2000s, it was the Locks, Dipset, G Unit, State Property. They had it on Smash.
This is how we were doing things. I'm talking about.
You know, they did have it on Smash. That's when mixtapes was. You know, the mixtape scene, underground tapes, whatever you want to call it.
Not only
CDs and stuff.
these niggas are coming out with retail product. I can't compete with these niggas. I could try to rap and make it sound good and try to rap with these niggas, but first of all, financially, I'm nowhere near these niggas. You know
mind you,
so
it is 2022.
Myself, I know
he's talking about.
I'm trying to make our imprint look good. So I'm like, listen, man.
You know what took place basically 20 years ago.
To these niggas. And me and Sheik was about to we were about to get in a fight one time in the studio because of that.
You're gonna get a fight with Sheik?
It's me, Sheik, Super Mario, my former manager.
My guy. That's not a good idea.
Listen,
he said he was gonna fight Sheik Luch,
we all
Silverback
we having
Gorilla.
the same discussion. He's like, listen, Juelz is your competition. I'm like, nigga, Juelz is your competition. I said, nigga, that nigga's the vice president of Dipset. I'm just an artist over here, which means I have no say-so. Like, I have no power, my nigga. If you empower me and give me the proper position for co-founding this, nigga, it'll be different. But as of right now, I'm just an artist. Man, that label shit don't mean nothing. Like, they could call him the vice president. That shit don't really mean nothing. I'm like, actually, it does.
So he's saying in 2002.
So that's your competition,
nigga. D Block, you know, like I just ran down the history.
After a while, he was
it was D Block, G Unit,
he kind of made it
and
Dipset.
He was saying that they didn't put him in position.
He like, I'm saying, like, you saying that like you want to fight or something. I'm like, this nigga trying to thug me, my nigga. I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, yo, man. I'm looking at my old manager.
She pull that old broken shit.
Yeah, he pulled some broken shit.
I'm saying, why you saying it like that, nigga?
Yeah. Looking around, man.
Why your chest smoking out, my nigga?
Now he said, she basically, you know, said, what you want to fight?
Speaking civilly about some business.
Right.
He like, nah, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what I'm saying? Like, you saying like you want to fight?
I gotta ask you, did your head get too big after a while?
No.
Keep it 100.
No, I'm keeping it 1,000. I'm keeping it 1,000, man.
Keeping it 1,000.
1,000.
You got a smirk on your face.
I'm smirking.
Yeah, this interview right now, this topic is trending.
I'll never know Eddie Kane shit. I'll never Eddie Kane.
Right.
I'll never
that.
Yeah, so he like, you just saying like you want to fight. I'm looking at him like he just ate drunk a milkshake with some applesauce in it or something. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Fight you? I'm like, nah, man. So I got up. I'm like, I'm out of here. Because now nobody's saying nothing.
All right, let's stop it right there. Right now, basically, what his now I gotta watch the education of the source. Basically, what his grievance was, and his grievance still is to this day, and this was he's speaking on 20-some odd years ago. He was trying to implicate that, you know, that D Block, which was a crew, you know, they had artists and they was buzzing. The Locks, they was underneath the Locks. He's trying to say he was a co-founder. That, you know, they basically right there. He was saying that Sheik told him that artists such as Lloyd Banks, shout out to Banks, and Juelz was his competition. And you heard what his reply was, basically saying like, yo, how can I compete with them? These dudes are set up, you know. He later goes on to say how they was able to put out albums. He never put out an album. But this is 20 years ago. Now I'm gonna play parts of, well, I'll play most because SP's little interview, well, it's not even an interview, but a lot of people took it and he went live, I guess, on Instagram. And a lot of people took his live and already put it out. He's addressing this right here. And I feel he has a lot of valid points. And after I play his piece, I'm going to tie it all into the source and break it down for y'all. Daffy, what's up, Daffy? What's going on, Daffy? Yeah, I play this whole thing. It's only 6 minutes long. This is for educational purposes. This is the Source Experience. Zaga, Yaga.
What's good, y'all? Y'all all right? Happy New Year. Let me say this before the New Year's come. because I'm moving on. It's the last of the year. You know, I usually don't feed into this. The group doesn't feed into this. It's been 20-some long years.
20
First
years.
and foremost, Math, I'm disappointed in you, bro. In my expert opinion, you didn't ask me anything about J Hood. Then you want to have J Hood up there. You could have called me on my line to fact check the shit he was saying. But you got to do what you got to do. We all got to do what we got to do when it comes to working and getting business out. But that, my man, was some whack ass shit. But I get it. Love is love. I still love y'all. Still love the show. Get what it is. But next time you could G-check or fact check the thing. One, we ain't no clickbait group. Luch don't owe you no fucking interview.
Clickbait.
Nobody
That's what,
definitely
man. Does that sound like the YTC for boxing? Clickbait.
I'm really disappointed in J Hood, to be honest with you. Because it's been 20-something years, bro.
20 years.
20-something years. We never spoke greasy about you.
20 years.
You did your bullshit. You did your sucker shit. Nobody never said anything wrong about you at no time. Actually, I spent 3 years. After you did that bullshit, I spent about 3 years of my life protecting your ass. When people wanted to touch you and harm you in places and call me and had to drop on you, leave that man alone. God bless him. You know what I'm saying? But here it is 20 years later. Luch been in your house to fight your father for you before. Niggas gave your mother money when your house burned down. We actually made you into the artist you are. Luch used to argue with Flex to play your shit and do this, but your old 60 G's, the label didn't even really want to fuck with you, but your old 60 G's, and the sucker shit about it, why I ain't even say, you know you ain't no 60 G's because you tried to fucking sue us. You went to the lawyers. You tried to sue us. You tried to see that we had your publishing, to see that we didn't have your publishing, and your publishing was dead. And then I bet you never told the people there that I told you, hey, whatever you want to do, however you feeling, God bless you. I'll make sure it's okay. We'll fix what needs to be fixed, how it needs to be fixed. But you still went and did that sucker shit you did. So the niggas never wanted to fuck with you. And 20 years down the line, you are still bitter and using our name for attention. Why didn't you make successful albums in them 20 years or do something with your time successful?
Yeah.
That is on you, my brother.
Does that sound like YTC
business? Not part of D-Block because you ain't cut from the cloth we cut from. We would never
sound like YTC business?
But the niggas who took care of you, you feel old more that you never gave shit to, that gave you your name, your look, your fucking everything, and you wanted more looking at other people and you didn't get it, so you decided to flip. You ain't like us. So that's why it didn't work. But I'm offended that you didn't just go up there and actually fucking apologize.
Does that sound familiar?
I don't know why you didn't just apologize.
You do have the audacity, man. You need to apologize.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
I wish you the best. God bless you. Keep doing what you're doing. But keep our fucking name out your mouth, man. Keep our name out your mouth, and anybody, you speak on our name with respect. We showed you niggas what loyalty is, what honor is. I don't care about clickbaits. I don't care about interviews.
Clickbait.
Do your shit and get it right.
That sound like the YTC boxing scene.
Did the sucker shit. He didn't have discipline, dedication, and determination. So, boom, that's all it is. But damn, Hood, you should have apologized as a grown man 20 years later and just left it at that. But no, here we go.
20
Nobody
years.
owes you a damn thing, and stop lying on people's names. Like, I've never addressed this shit in all of these years. Always say, God bless you, keep it moving. But damn, bro, 20 years later, you still, come on. What's up, bro? What's up with you? 20 years later? Are you kidding me? 20 years later?
20 years.
You got nothing better to talk about?
20 years
never
later.
spoke on you bad. Never said anything ill about you. Never been on any radio station, anywhere, TV, and said one damn thing about you. You dragged the chain on the floor. You ran around. You was trying to be with 50 and them. G-Unit didn't take you after neither. You flipped us. You thought they was going to take you. That shit backfired on you. See, you're not saying everything that happened. And I don't want to bother to say it because it's fucking 20 years ago. And
20 years.
Fuck. Move on with your life. But you ain't going to lie and say somebody robbed you for something they didn't rob you for. When niggas did nothing but
this is the part I want y'all to really focus in on.
Did you ever get charged for a real fucking session ever? Did anybody ever
This is
ask
the
you
business
for a
side.
receipt or money back or do anything when niggas bought you gear, clothes, sneakers, helped your mom pay the rent? Did anybody ever give you a fucking, like every other fucking record company, an invoice?
Invoice.
No.
Know the
Relax,
business.
buddy. Keep it cheap.
Know the business.
Just as far as this clickbait shit comes, man,
Clickbait,
stay
man.
honorable.
Honorable,
but
man.
don't try to use us for clickbait.
For
That shit
real.
ain't fly. That shit ain't fly, and it ain't cool. I'm fresh out the gym, and I'm on my 5th post seeing you live, and I'm tired now. Now I'm fucking tired. It's been 20-something years. You want to use our shit to stay alive?
God, yeah.
Stay up. God bless you. Wish you the best. Do something else with your time, man. Do
Yes.
something else convenient, constructive, and self-helpful to yourself. Please.
Yes, peace, man. Shout out to SP. That was SP. Now, this is like trending. And SP made some very, very valid points, man. It's been 20 years and you're still speaking on this. It reminds me of a lot of stuff that goes on the YTC with boxing. Now, see how I'm gonna tie this in? This wasn't boxing content, but it is going to get tied in with it, man. A lot of the stuff that he said on here, clickbaiting. When it comes to YouTube boxing and people talking YouTube boxing, it's a lot of clickbaiting. It's a lot of lying on people's names behind the scenes and all of that. You see what he said? Yeah, you need to apologize as a man. Apologize. Apologize, man. Because you're crying. And yeah, shout out, Jihad Tucker, Team Tucker, you know the vibes. Media marketing agent. 2023 is going to be a spectacular year. New fight date dropping very soon, sooner than later. But yeah, back to what I was saying. And yes, you are absolutely right, Ricky E245. J Hood, not only does he sounds like a bitter, not an ex-girlfriend, a bitter baby moms that you had a child with early, and then you done moved on. Now you got a wife and a whole separate family, and they bringing up stuff from the. Yo, it's sad though, man, because as Pete said, right, and I'm only speaking on this because my name, but it hasn't been 20 years. The source got it popping in, I don't know, 4 or 5, but my name was thrown in the mud. Oh, he's not solid, yada yada, this, that, and the third. Jihad Tucker's all over ESPN. Move on, right? Move on, you clickbaiters, you content haters. Move on, man. Better yet, give me an apology. You know what I'm saying? You hear my kids up there wilding upstairs in the playroom. So I'm not gonna stay on too long because I know they want to run around the house. They want to come downstairs and move around. But I just want to come on. This right here is hot, man. Like WCS would say, this is hot grease right now. And I felt when I watched this, right? I was watching, shout out to Coach Malachi, True Media, Today USA. I was watching this show. I wanted to call in, and but I'm gonna hit him behind the scenes on IG. I want to ask him about something. I coordinate some stuff behind the scenes, right? So I'm gonna hit him up. But I was watching him, and then like I said, I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Like I watch boxing, but a lot of the boxing stuff, if I don't really rock with you like that, I can't really get into your stuff. Just to be honest with you, and shout out to the boxing section. I was on Kyle's show on his panel for a little bit on my downtime. But I seen this, and I was like, I was gonna definitely do a video on this live, like I'm doing now, because this goes to show you how certain people, and this is no slight on J Hood, but certain people, they can't grow. It's just for whatever reason, maybe they're cursed, maybe they're foul. The universe, karma has a way of doing things. When you're a foul individual, you won't grow. It's just what it is. It's life. Now you see how SP was breaking it down, and he said like they never did no interviews, they never spoke foul on dude. For 3 years. Look what he said for 3 years. When people wanted to harm you and do certain things to you for things that you have done and dragging their chain and this, that, and the third, he told them, let him be, man. God bless the brother. See, honorable, righteous things he was doing. And like I said, you can check that video out on Gully TV. Um, it seems like he said he just got back from the gym. It looks like he's in his, some sort of living quarters. It might be his living room area. His house looks spectacular, to say the least. Looks spectacular. And these are brothers that own multiple business now, juice bars. They're constantly giving back to the community. They're educating the youth how to eat healthy. They're working out, things of that nature. And the brother J Hood, on the other hand, is still on his slander campaign, as you can see. You're talking about stuff from 20 years ago. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like YTC boxing business or what, man? These dudes will see you grow, right? Right in front of their face, in front of their eyes, right? And still try to slander you behind the scenes. No, what you need to do is apologize, brother. You need to apologize. Because just like SP says, honorable brothers be saving some of you ducks, real ducks. You want to call people ducks and this, that, and the third. When you come into a real jungle and the hyenas, the lions, the bears are around, and you're no black Tarzan. You can't communicate with different species of animals because you are prey. You are a duck. And they want to eat and they want to jump on you. And an honorable brother, like SP said in his statement when he was just gave off, nah, bro, chill. God bless him. God bless him. Hopefully y'all digging the source. Let me get to some more of these comments. My man Al Money in the building, man. Peace to Al Money, man. How you doing, man? Are you anticipating going into the new year, man? New year, new energy. And salute to everybody that's having babies, new life. You know what I'm saying? New life, man. But I just want to come on and just switch it up. But you see, I still tied it in. And like I said, shout out to my man Kyle, man. I was on this show. I'm a frequent over there a little bit more often, jump on his panel because I like the energy. And how he introduced me on the show, man, made me feel real good, man. Made me feel real good, man. I appreciate that, brother. Respect goes a long way, man. I can't wait to cover another event with him because when it comes to this boxing, shout out to the boxing section, he is a real life stepper. He just doesn't, do the internet thing. It's not wrong with that, but it's levels. If you're only doing the internet thing, you should have, now I feel like SP, you should have a little bit more respect for the brothers that are stepping, man. For the steppers, man. For the front line steppers at that too, man. But J Hood, man, let it go, brother. Let it go, man. And I'm gonna quote one of my favorite movies, man. Yo, if you don't get that hatred out your heart, you're just gonna end up another nigga. Like, yeah, that's what my man Jesus Shuttlesworth. Shout out to Jake. That was Jake. Denzel Washington. Jake Shuttlesworth, man. He got game, one of the illest Spike Lee movies, man. Right, done right here, Surfside, Coney Island, Brooklyn, CI, the big CI, classic movie, man. Classic on the rail splitters, Lincoln Rail Splitters, man. And J Hood, man, let it go, bro. It's been 20 years. You couldn't, like they said, they gave you an avenue, they gave you a name. In 20 years, you couldn't get another deal. Salute to my brother Kyle. I was just talking about you, man. Appreciate you having me on, man. And I said how you introduced me, man. That really made my day, man. I went back to the job site and we was finishing up taking down a tree. And I was fronting on the crew. When I got out the truck, I was fronting on the crew, man. I said, yo, y'all know who y'all talking to? Go get that tree over there. I was fronting. You had me feel a little extra. You know what I'm saying? I studied on the guys a little something today. When I went back to the job site. Thanks for that introduction, though, man. Definitely made me feel good, man. But like I said, J Hood and many others that are like J Hood that are constantly blaming others for their lack of growth. There's only so much somebody can do for you. And I'm gonna give my man a shout out, right? WCS, shout out to World Combat Sports. He blessed me with jewels, right? I soaked them up and ran with it. I applied them. It took a little time, but I applied them. Now my work is all over. ESPN, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I could post something up right now that was on ESPN. Shout out to my man, Big Blunts in Boxing. He said we was all over the top ranked website and all that. Yeah, this is common things now. These are common things. But had I not taken the game that WCS gave me many years ago, covering the Wilder fight, and I see others' growth and I'm bitter, no, that's on you. If you don't take the gems that people give to you throughout life and you don't apply them and you don't grow, that's on you. You can't be mad. Oh, such and such, such and such. No, it's been 20 years, my guy. Yo, it's been 20 years, and you're still speaking on this that they didn't put you in position. Did you just hear what the man said that he did for him? They didn't charge him. And listen, I got people that was in the music industry back in the day. He said he did studio time. They was buying him wardrobes. They was paying his mother's rent, all type of stuff. They never gave him an invoice. Do you know when you sign a deal? Look, now I'll speak a little bit on the music industry, right? Do you know when you sign a deal as a rapper? And I only know that because, like I said, a lot of up north rappers, New York rappers, they didn't know about the independent hustle. They was always trying to get deals. So they was going to record labels trying to get deals. Now they might get signed, right? You might get an advance, right? That's what SP was basically speaking on. Like they never say, yo, this is coming out your advance. They just did it. They was just doing for them. And like he said, yo, nobody never gave you an invoice, but yet you're on platforms talking about you're owed 60,000. Yeah, the audacity. Yo, you need to apologize, brother. You need to apologize. But still, they gave you the ball. You couldn't run with it. You couldn't run with it. What he needs to do is he should try to get on a reality TV show. No, and this is no slight at him, man. Like he need to try to get on a reality TV show about stars and potential, because you was young in the game and you didn't make it. Or you had the opportunity to make it, but you didn't make it to where, like SP said, where you thought you should have been, and you was comparing yourself to others. At the end of the day, your journey is your journey. So how do you compare your journey to the next person's journey? See, that's what you see a lot. People will watch your journey and want your journey or be envious of your journey, envious of your climb, envious of your rise. Because you see what he said, and this is out his own mouth. Oh, Juelz is the vice president. I'm just an artist. But you're still doing the same thing Juelz was doing. Everybody knew you in the early 2000s. J Hood, just like Lloyd Banks, just like Tony Ayo. You guys was the streets. You guys had it on Smash. And one thing I could say, and before I wrap this up and tie it up, right? You don't never see Lloyd Banks or Tony Ayo saying that about 50. Because they know 50 put them in position, showed them how to hunt. Now they got to go do it. D Block showed you how to hunt. You just want to keep getting fed. Does that sound familiar? It's a lot of dudes out here that somebody might give them a fishing pole. Now you got to go to the lake and catch some fish. Somebody might give you a bow and arrow. Now you got to go up in the woods and catch you a deer. But no, you're gonna keep thinking you're gonna eat my deer. You're gonna keep thinking you're gonna eat my fish. It doesn't work that way. And then you can't be mad when I get enough deer that now I got a butcher shop. Or I catch enough fish, now I got a hatchery. Hopefully y'all are catching this sauce and y'all enjoyed this sauce tonight. You know, I tried to switch it up a little bit, man. Give you certain gems like other brothers gave me. Like I said, man, shout out to the boxing section. Had a great time over there on the panel with the brothers discussing Tank Davis and all that, man. Prayers out to Tank Davis. He's going through it. I just hope he fights next week, man. Mentally, you can get through this barrier. You know, the public, you're already guilty in the public's eye. But the one thing about America, and this should be whole value, you are innocent until proven guilty. So you will have a day in court. Later for public opinion court. That court, you know, it is what it is. It's public opinion. At the end of the day, you know, a lot of people, I guess, how they're viewed in public affects them. But even if they say you're guilty, you're this, you're that in public opinion, and you are found innocent, or you are found the charges are dropped like before, that's all that matters. So, young brother, wherever you at, and I know this probably get to a couple of your team members, because contrary to what people sort of think about the source is very well tied in with a lot of fighters, their teams, and people affiliated with them. And shout out to Bozy Ennis. I see me and Bozy was speaking earlier. I sent him my video that I did on the whole Boots Ennis narrative that he called out Spence, but y'all don't want him to fight Spence, the Spence Protection Agency. And Bozy texts me back. Thank you, good brother, for always calling how you call it. And then he texted me for the Jihad Tucker picture, right? And I see he posted it, and I laughed. I texted him back. I said, "Man, you still got my number in there as Jackal Fitness." See, that's how long they don't know me and you've been down with each other, and how hard I've been going in the paint. He still got my number in his phone as Jackal Fitness, because when he reposted it, he didn't crop it all out, and you see Jackal Fitness, but you see the picture. And shout out to them for giving us that great work. Shout out to Boots, top notch. You know, can't wait to watch him fight next Saturday night, co-main event, moving on up. You know, the boy's bad, man. You know, and you guys can't be mad that he wants Spence, like I said earlier. And I'm gonna close with this, and I want y'all to catch this, right? Spence, right? Y'all love to say that y'all love to say that Earl Spence is the big fish, right? Now catch the vibe right here. If somebody is the big fish, right? Y'all say Bud Crawford does not sell. He's not a draw. This is professional prize fighting. If I'm a professional prize fighter, do I want to fight the guy that is not the big draw, that is not the big pay-per-view seller, or do I want to fight the guy that's the big draw, the big pay-per-view seller, the one allegedly getting the big deals, the big money, the one with 3 belts, not 1? See, a lot of you content creators, when you create your content, I don't think you really think about what you're saying. So when a brother like me debunks it, or I question it, I'm like, man, as an advisor or somebody that's behind the scenes, and I'm talking to different people, I'm gonna tell my guy to go after the bigger catch, right? And if the narrative that is out there is that Terrence doesn't sell, Terrence is this, Terrence is that, he only got 1 belt, but yet this guy's selling out stadiums, and he's does this XYZ pay-per-views. Why wouldn't I want to fight him? Hopefully, y'all caught that sauce and enjoyed it. Zaga, Yaga, you know the vibes, man. Remember, 20 years is a long time to still be holding a grudge. J Hood, it'll be all right, man. Try to get on a reality TV show. Remember me or back then. You know, that's what's popping right now, man. And you can continue to keep telling this story. I holla.
Work, Chris, work, body. Nice, good body shot. Body shot, Chris. Good body shot.
Oh my gosh, he's sweating. Down, Narina. Down, Narina. I'm taking a video. You want to be famous? Run down. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.